Hello, Namaste, and welcome everyone. This is Dr. Kushtil from Om Yog and Ayurveda Clinic. In today's episode of Indian Ancient Wisdom Onshore and Offshore, we are going to talk with Dr. Santosh Yadav. Dr. Santosh Yadav is the founder and director of Ayurveda Yoga Wellness Clinic Private Limited. He has been practicing Ayurveda for over 20 years. He is the head of Ayush Information Cell, Melbourne, Australia. He was the president of Australasian Association of Ayurveda from 2016 to 2021. Please welcome Dr. Santosh Yadav. Hello and welcome, Dr. Santosh. How are you?
हेलो नमस्ते नमस्ते डॉक्टर खुशदिल
नमस्ते
क्या हूँ मैं आप कैसे हैं
जी बिल्कुल बढ़िया. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर गिविंग अ वंडरफुल टाइम.
या
मैं आपको करीब 12 साल से जानती हूँ. ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आने के बाद मैंने आपसे काफी बातें की है. आपने काफी एनकरेज भी मुझे किया है. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट. एंड आज आपने टाइम दिया, इसके लिए भी थैंक यू सो मच.
चलिए
आज हम जो बात करने जा रहे हैं वो है आयुर्वेद और इंडिया, ऑस्ट्रेलिया एंड अराउंड द वर्ल्ड. क्योंकि आपने काफी जगह देखी भी है, आयुष से साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, हर्बल मेडिसिन वगैरह में भी आपका काफी योगदान रहा है. तो मुझे एक हमेशा विचार आता है कि जब एक व्यक्ति अपने गांव से, अपने शहर से निकल के एक दूसरी दुनिया में आता है, तो वो जो पढ़ाई की हुई होती है और वही चीज वही फील्ड में जब आगे बढ़ता है, तो एक ऐसी कौन सी चीज है जो आपको बनाए रखती है?
अब देखिए थैंक यू पहले तो आपने ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शंस अबाउट माय सेल्फ. अब देखिए इंडिया से हम लोग आए यहाँ पर एक छोटे से बैग लेके और यहाँ पर आने के बाद ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने हर माइग्रेंट्स को आई थिंक मैं कहूँगा मोस्ट ऑफ द माइग्रेंट्स जो कि अपना ये कर्म भूमि बनाए और होम अवे होम बनाए ऑस्ट्रेलिया को, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया उन्हें काफ़ी बहुत ही वार्म वेलकम के साथ एक्सेप्ट करता है. जैसा मतलब पूरे इमिग्रेशन में अगर देखा जाए तो हर साल आई थिंक 6,50,000 के आसपास माइग्रेशन होती है पूरे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में. अब उसमें से मैं ऐसा नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि सारे लोग इक्वली, बट हाँ जहाँ तक मैं अपनी बात करता हूँ, मैं जब से ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आया और आज तक हमें ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने काफ़ी सहयोग दिया. मतलब हर चीज़ में, जिस फील्ड में मैं काम किया, मतलब बेसिकली मैं आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर हूँ, तो मैंने जब से आया ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आई वॉज वर्किंग ओनली इन द फील्ड ऑफ आयुर्वेदा योगा. इसको कम्युनिटी में कैसे बढ़ाया जाए, लोगों को हेल्दी कैसे रखा जाए, इस पर हमें ऑस्ट्रेलिया ने बहुत सहयोग दिया एक्चुअली. और आज उसके हिसाब से अगर देखेंगे तो मैं आयुर्वेदिक प्रैक्टिस में मैं कहूँगा मैं बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल हूँ. और ये सब कम्युनिटी का योगदान है एक्चुअली. अगर देखा जाए तो कोई भी सक्सेसफुल है अपने प्रैक्टिस में या प्रोडक्ट में या किसी चीज़ में, ये पूरा का पूरा योगदान होता है कंट्री एंड कम्युनिटी का एक्चुअली. सो उस पर हम काफ़ी खुश हैं. मतलब ऑस्ट्रेलिया में होम अवे होम आके मतलब आई एम रियली हैप्पी and keep progressing with the positive thoughts and positive mindset. Yeah.
It is really nice to hear that 6 लाख लोग एवरी ईयर
हाँ
इतने लोग आ रहे हैं यहाँ पे, और फिर भी आयुर्वेद वहीं पे जिंदा भी है, स्पेशली इंडियन कम्युनिटी के लिए. दैट्स रियली गुड टू नो.
yeah.
तो एज ए आयुष इंफॉर्मेशन सेल एंड आयुर्वेदा योगा वेलनेस प्राइवेट लिमिटेड के अंदर रह के आप कौन कौन सी चैलेंजेस यहाँ पे देख पा रहे हैं?
अब देखिए या दैट्स वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू प्रैक्टिस इन आयुर्वेदा, स्पेशली द इंडियन ट्रेडिशनल सिस्टम ऑफ मेडिसिन which is the equally represented in 2000 you know the in 2000 I think 2000 one or two somewhere, is equally represented in the Department of Health and Aging as a Chinese traditional system of medicine actually. So unfortunately, slowly, because in 2000, our population growing not that much of the Indians and Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and
जी.
which is the most people using the Ayurvedic medicines in their the system. So that time, Chinese medicines came in Australia a long time ago, and then the government and the policymaker and the leaders of the Chinese medicines, they approached to the policymaker, and the policymaker they implemented that time actually, and slowly until 2019 that is highly regulated and accepted by the APRA and which is the regulatory body in medical
Yes.
system in Australia. That's regulated Chinese medicines. So why I'm telling Chinese medicines? Because the Ayurvedic medicine is equally same time. Only the challenges is the leadership one. Second challenges is the lack of the awareness among the society about the Ayurvedic medicines, whether Ayurvedic medicines. And third challenge is there is no any separate immigration code for the Ayurvedic medicines. The like Australia, the ANZ SCO code, which is the Australian New Zealand, the standard classification code actually. There's
Right.
no code for that. So what happened? People are misleading with where I can go, either naturopath or the
Yes.
complementary medicines. So that's one of the hurdle. First was leadership. Second was the less awareness because of the in 2000 or onwards, very less Indian population in Australia, which is creating the pressure on the government actually. And later on, slowly changing. And the number third, also number fourth is the challenges is uh, lack of the right kind of Ayurvedic herbs or the Ayurvedic medicines, which is regulated by the Therapeutic Good Administration (TGA) for the practitioner in Australia. Actually, somehow some practitioner are the migrated, from India to Australia. They start the practice, but they are always lacking these challenges actually. The
Yes, because I can understand that and I correlate as well that जब हम प्रैक्टिस करते हैं कि और चाहते हैं कि ये हर्ब्स हम यूज करें
हाँ,
बट ड्यू टू टीजीए हम
that's
सारी
right.
चीजें यूज नहीं कर सकते
नहीं
हैं.
कर सकते हैं।
यस.
और ये चीज हम क्योंकि ये चीज हमारे अ, अम, भाई अब जिस कंट्री में रहते हैं हम लोग, जब माइग्रेट करते हैं तो हमें एडहीर करना पड़ता है वहाँ का लॉ एंड कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, कैसे आप रह रहे हो, इस चीज को हमें फॉलो करना चाहिए
एब्सोल्युटली.
क्योंकि हर
यस,
कंट्री का
अग्री
अपना
विथ यू.
अपना रूल्स है, इंडिया का अपना है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया का अपना है, तो आई थिंक वी शुड फॉलो। एंड द लास्ट चैलेंज इज द there is no support from the government or any private health fund which can accept the Ayurveda at this stage as well and earlier as well. So I think these all are the major challenges in Australia to run the practice. So most of the practitioner is struggling these things actually. So that's the challenges,
I
doctor.
think that is why I have heard lots of Indian Ayurvedic doctor migrate from India to here by thinking that, oh, you are practicing, I also going to practice there. And then when they come to reality, they said, oh, no, this is not the way how we think to practice Ayurveda here in
Yeah.
Australia. And then they just turned into just different angle, or maybe they are going in a nursing, or maybe they start studying something else.
Hmm. And the
Yeah.
last thing is also there is a lack of the research and education in Australia actually about the Ayurveda and Ayurvedic medicine actually. That is the also challenges to putting the efforts on government to make regulated these body actually. This is similarly you can see the Chinese medicine, they have the all regulated because of they have the education, research and all. and Australia is a country where always need evidence-based research. If you Google it about Ayurveda on global level, only 40,000 paper has been. Yeah, that's not very big number.
That nothing actually.
But the evidence-based research around $40,000 research paper and evidence-based study is published, which in Western world, like the might be they look, but the in India say more than lakh are the I think study, but people will be not accepting that. That's another. So I think need a global research and education to make acceptance actually to this
Yeah.
Ayurvedic medicine in Australia, basically. So these are the
So
challenges.
what can be done at the moment uh, to make Ayurveda flourish
Yeah, that is
in
a very good
Western
question
society?
actually, because these are all the challenges how we can eradicate actually.
Yeah.
Earlier, I was talking about 2000. In 2000, actually, there was a less population. That's why we didn't. But now, slowly, when the we are India growing and global awareness about the Ayurvedic medicines and everything
Yes,
going.
absolutely.
So I think now the time has been come. We achieve these hurdles actually, like the regulatory issues, research issues, and the medicine issues. Now we can, and I can see since 2019 or 18, there was a major changes happen in the Ayurvedic medicine in Australia actually, where the many, I said the Ayurvedic, like 2000, anyway, 2009, 18, 19, there was some depletion also going in the overall like a wellness industry or the alternative medicine in Australia because of the, I think the uh,
COVID.
Honorable Greg Hunt, they removed that whatever the private fund, and and then
Ah,
all this
yes.
is happening.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
that was the
Private health fund
setback,
was
not
not
even for the
there for
Ayurvedic.
Ayurveda. Yes.
Yeah, that was the setback, not for the Ayurvedic medicine, but all the
All
alternate.
the naturopaths.
So, but that time Ayurveda, when you can see the Ayurveda was still existing as Ayurvedic medicines, because that time the body uh, who was working in the field of Ayurveda, and I think that's Australasian Association of Ayurveda is still existing, and Dr. Kishan Kumar started, I think, long time ago, and then they did a very good job for the community, for the Ayurvedic community. He put the some milestone, and then so
Absolutely.
it's growing and it's really great. And so unfortunately, I think that he passed away last month, just 2 weeks ago. So really pray for his soul,
Yes.
same time. So. He did a good job, and then we took the legacy of the Australasian Association of Australia and we put the review to the government in 2019 actually, and the review put to the like a chief health medical officer Canberra, and they find out the Ayurveda medicine is never come out from the government policies actually. Only the things how the private health fund taking as a commercial acceptance. So now it means Ayurvedic medicine are accepted by the Department of Health and Aging, and Ayurvedic medicines accepted by the private health funds, but only the people are interested or not actually. If the people are
Mm,
interested for the Ayurvedic medicine, then the private health fund, I think they can do. And appropriately, the organization can approach to that, to the private health fund. And so we are in now number. So since 2000 and now the 2025, our growth is exponentially like Indian growth, Indian diaspora, and
mm,
Asian diaspora increasing very like exponentially, and even India
yes.
is the highest migration now is going. So now our population increase more than the million. Now we are in the number, so it's quite good number. If we can approach now right directions with the policymaker, and so then might be we can achieve our Ayurvedic medicines is established in the APRA or the the Medicare benefit system, as the schemes or the any other national commission like NDIS or the any other where the Ayurvedic medicine, Ayurvedic treatment and Ayurvedic protocol we can implement it actually. But the only the
Yes.
right approach and the right leadership need to progress further. If not, then again we will be lacking actually.
So in this context, I would like to share one thing.
Hmm.
Does it possible, like people who are coming as a patient to us, अगर वो लोग accept करे कि हाँ Ayurvedic medicine is really working for us and we need some kind of health funds,
Hmm.
and does that work, or maybe we can do some petition sign or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's we can. There is a look any policy or procedure to implement among the community or the in Australian government. There is a two way to go actually.
Mm-hmm.
Or one way to go from the top level, and number second way go to the root level actually. So when we are talking the first on top level, I think still we are lacking to create the pressure on the policymaker like a member of parliament, prime minister, health minister. We can, but it's little bit, it's not in our hand, their hand actually. But the second option is the root level actually. So root level we can actually. Now I think the growing of the Ayurvedic medicine in Australia a lot. So if the all the organizations who are look after the Ayurvedic medicine as a modality, like a AAA, ANTA, ATMS, CAM, many other modality, they are like started Ayurvedic medicines, they're in modality. So if they started the modality, I'm very sure they have the maybe 100, 200, 300 practitioner each associate.
State. Mm-hmm.
So if we can talk to one level to the associations, number of practitioners, and create the one kind of pro forma and send to all the associations practitioners through the association to all the practitioner. And after that, actually, each practitioner supposed to looking the 1,000 client minimum, the in a year actually. So in 1 year, if supposed to we are the all association make 500 or 700, the number of the practitioner. So at least each, so you have at least around 100,000 or 70 to 100,000 somewhere. You have a letter from the public, like
Mm.
from the public. We can drop the letter ki, like this medicine is highly been whatever the the we can drop the letter and send them, and
Yeah.
that once a letter has been come, then could be the pressure create that letter collectively presented by the
Create a pressure.
association to the
Yes.
government, not by the practitioner, because no one listen one practitioner actually.
No.
So if the seven or five associations, they put the collectively and sit together and then present that signed documents and a part to the health minister or the policy maker. So maybe they can listen your voice in the as a math actually. So that's the root level approach actually. So that
Right. So in this way, I just remember this line that Sanghe Shakti Kali Yuge.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
there is a collective approach is always work better in Kali Yuga.
Yeah, and the same times, along with the association's representative also they can connect to the like not-for-profit organizations in Australia. They can find this organization can help us actually to create sign the documentation. I think this is our number will be going to more actually might be we can have 500, 600 papers to present them, and then once you have that number, I think the government definitely listen your voice actually. So
So as a representative of the Ayush cell, I can say from Australia, what can you done by your side? What
yes,
can be expected?
yeah, I can, like what I said, I can collect and collaborate all the associations,
Mm-hmm.
talk on this matter actually.
Mm-hmm.
Because the role of the ICE information cell is the only propagate the Indian traditional system of medicines where they are situated. Like we are situated in Australia, so we try in Australia.
Right.
So basically in Australia, at this stage, we can see the yoga and Ayurveda. Definitely, we can see, and I'm very sure yoga are almost accepted. Most of the
Exactly. Yes.
Australian people, Australian community, either the
Yes.
Indian, Asian, or the even Caucasian, like most of the Western people, Caucasian people, they are like the following that yoga a lot than the us actually even.
Yeah.
So similarly, the time slowly time has been come. They can accept also Ayurveda, but only they create awareness. And creating the awareness is the only if we have to connect to the public and through the organizations, through the talk, through the seminar, through the webinar, like this way. So I still are committed to do this actually, that create the awareness. Even ISL is committed to any level. If any organizations try to talk or organize the meeting through the our like a Indian side of system, like a Consulate General of India or the Indian High Commission, I'm quite competent. I can connect them and make a meeting. Even the Australian like a government peoples, if Indian government both are sitting the policy, but we should need this number before to ask them actually. If you don't have number, because earlier I tried many time to talk, but we don't have the number, uh,
Mm.
right number actually to present them actually, and the right paper and the right corrective voice is not coming. Sometimes is coming, but due to the some circumstances, the something is destroyed actually.
Yeah.
So
Something is doesn't work due
what
to
sometimes is.
whatever the timing, whatever the
Yeah,
reason.
but doesn't mean we are not trying further actually. It's not
Exactly.
matter.
Yeah.
Always to try, always for the good hope actually.
So at this moment, I would like to tell to our listeners, viewers, and if you are an Ayurveda practitioner working in different field, though you are working in different field, but you are living in Australia, please contact Dr. Santosh Kumar, and we work accordingly, whatever we can do to come Ayurveda at front. We would love to have Ayurveda here as we are practicing, and I'm sure you are also willing to practice in your own field.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yes, this is the collective work we can do at the moment.
It's a very challenging job to practice in Western country, especially the 100% Ayurveda practice. Uh,
Yes.
it's challenging job, as I said. Why the before there was a reason, but still we are not like the stopping. We are keep growing actually. So I started my practice since 2007.
Mm.
That times I think hardly I was seeing the patient, maybe the one patient, two patient in a week or some even not actually. But slowly, continuously growing that, now we are seeing daily at least 10 to 15 patients, and we have the group of the 7, 8 Ayurvedic doctors. So I think in a month we are seeing a couple of hundred patients actually free. So still, it means it's work, and people are paying out of pocket. There is no support by the government or anything actually, but people are coming and taking the medication. So what that shows, it it means if you are putting the right efforts in the right directions with the whatever the available Ayurvedic herbs in Australia or Ayurvedic TGA listed Ayurvedic medicine in Australia, if you can putting efforts, and that's only the key point to grow the Ayurvedic, like the practice in Australia, especially any individual practitioners actually. So that's I can say, follow the right code of conduct to the Ayurvedic practice. It will definitely grow. It doesn't mean I can buy the medicine from India. I know there's some still the Indian grocery shop selling is illegal to sell actually. We are not. I'm not personally regulated body. I know that, but it's not right appropriate where the Ayurvedic medicine they're making defame actually. In fact. So I request to all the association they can send us some kind of protocol or the some kind of the like the suggestion to the Indian grocery shop, don't sell these kind of things. So that's whether you can increase the acceptance among the society about the Ayurvedic medicine actually. So it's yeah. So that's we can.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Dr. Santosh, that when the grocery stores are selling this product. We can say Ayurvedic herbs,
Hmm.
but it's like a food under food name. So I think no one can stop them, but public should aware about it that amla, tripla, haritaki, and these all are the things are working as a medicine. Why it's working as a medicine? Because it has some potential power in it. It doesn't come under food. Why it says it's a medicine? It's
Hmm.
aushadha because
Yeah.
it has a potential
Yeah.
work to do on our body. So
Hmm.
these are the things I think people are not understanding. At the same time, I think um, the pharma industry is also working on this side as a herbs,
Hmm.
ashwagandha, brahmi, and all other things you can find in health food shop.
Hmm.
So people should aware that these are the medicine, and I should contact a proper Ayurveda practitioner for that to consume it.
Hmm. So in regard, definitely I can like give us a more idea about the public, how they can use the Ayurvedic medicines, what kind of Ayurvedic medicines they can use.
Mhm.
So first of all, most of the Ayurvedic community in Australia, I can say, first you should talk to the Ayurvedic doctor actually, rather than
Mhm.
just going to buy on blind. Someone say, oh, you can use the tripla, or someone say, oh, you can use the, yeah, that's okay. So I said first you should talk the Ayurvedic practitioners surrounding where you live. Find that I think now is the enough of Ayurvedic doctor. If the anybody going to Google it, search it, they can find surrounding. So go there, talk there, explain their situation, and then Ayurvedic doctor, I'm very sure they can give most of the time the appropriate Ayurvedic medicines, either they giving the single herbs or the compound formulations or the any. So Ayurvedic doctor, first I recommend to everyone see the Ayurvedic practitioner in Australia. Don't make a decision by self. Oh, I can. This not making. It make a problem actually when you are taking by self actually. So first thing. Second, if sometimes might be some of the people say, oh, why I'm going to Ayurvedic doctor. Then when you buy the any medicine from the any chemist shop or the any Indian grocery shops or the anywhere, if you buying by self, you must check the whether that medicines have the ASL or ASR, like they are registered with the TGA. There is a number is small showing, so that number are mentioned or not actually. So my concern is that if they can find that number, it means if they are eating, still they are not might no less chance to because the it's come through the TGA regulation. So the at least not getting any further. I'm not defaming the Ayurvedic medicine from the coming India. I'm very sure that all are the okay, all are the high standard quality. But as I say, the law, you have to adhere with the law actually, whether you live. In Australia, you are coming here, so you should follow the law. In India, you can see the modern medicine, also people buying from chemist shop, but nobody here actually. The which is the prescription medicines, nobody buy here. But these all the compound formulation medicines in our Ayurveda, all are the prescription based actually. But the yeah, some basic herbs you can take, but make sure you ask L and ask R, which is a registration number must be mentioned on the bottle. R, if you are going to the practitioner may be compounded for you based on the your or the the single herb. So you have to take that actually. So that's the kind of practice I think uh, practitioner do. So the most of the like a patient or the customer or the they are I think happy and growing that Ayurveda in right manner actually in Australia.
Yeah, so our for viewers, listeners, I would like to say again these things that AUSR or AUSL.
Well,
These
yeah.
are the
One
number
is the listed medicine, one is the
registered or listed.
listed, yes.
This is under TGA goods department.
Manufacturing practice, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
so this therapeutic and goods department. So they have mentioned these things or Ayurveda medicine or Ayurveda herbs is registered or listed.
Yes.
So this type of things has to be practiced by a practitioner or consumer, both
Yes.
side.
Hmm.
So you have to take care of these things. It's all about, after all, our own body and mind. So
Mm.
if you are thinking your body deserve nice things which doesn't create any kind of side effects in your body, please make sure that you are buying AUSL or AUSR kind of label is there on top of the
Yeah,
herbs.
yeah, yeah. That's a right kind of practice, and I always encourage and I do that. So I think I find if I do the some wrong practice, you will be not going to grow actually. You
Yes,
you can grow, but then not like whatever you want actually. I think that's a very fact because you have to go with the flow of the law and flow of the country actually.
right.
So definitely, yeah.
Yes, doctor.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. You have very deepened into this all topic that how we can collaborate our tradition into modern society, how we can work together, how we can help more and more Indian society uh, who is migrated and living in Australia. And before we wrap up, I have one more question
Mhm.
that whomsoever living here and asking help from the overseas doctors. This
Mm.
is pretty big market at the moment, especially after COVID. That all whomsoever overseas doctor is there, they are sending medicines from India or any other part of the world. And people who are living in Australia, they are consuming it and
Mm.
ending up most of the time is good, but sometimes they are ending up with some kind of problem
Yes.
and they are never ever gonna use again Ayurveda practice.
Yeah.
What do you think about it and what do you say about it?
That's again is really excellent questions. This kind of practice is not only in the Ayurveda. This kind of practice also done in the modern medicines actually. So you can
Yes,
see the most
absolutely.
of the in India, most of the hospital, good hospital, is flooded by the overseas patients in I'm talking the modern medicine. So similarly, after the COVID actually, or the after the even the before the COVID, lots of the overseas patients going to India getting the wellness treatment.
Yes,
Earlier I just forget to tell in Ayurveda there is not only the treatment is the medicine actually. Medicine is the one of the part to treat actually internally.
yes.
Also we have the holistic approach with the Ayurveda, which is the therapy we do actually. So
Mm,
I recommend, I forgot to mention earlier actually when so I recommend all the the practitioner they can do even if they struggling with the medicine they can do the therapy,
mm,
Shirodhara treatment, Katibasti, Janubasti, Grivabasti, and many kind of Ayurvedic therapy they can implement in their practice. And I think this is growing a lot now. So
mm.
and after the as your question I'm coming after the COVID there was a telehealth started the new kind of earlier was from India calling to the the telephone and the getting and some people they get the medicine from them.
Yes.
Now after COVID, this trend is going to more actually. So
Mm,
lots of the Indian company, Indian Ayurvedic company, they started telemarketing to the calling to different world. In the out of 100 call, maybe 5 call the people take, and then address that association. Yeah, getting the consultations over is not bad idea actually. You can take the consultations from the expert, whoever the India, you can take that. But same time, if they send the medicines for you, so you have to write as earlier I aware to that in our conversation ki, because you are patient in Australia. uh, so you have to aware and ask them to the practitioners is your medicines are listed or registered in Australia. So if they are registered or the listed, then maybe they can send actually. But as for my knowledge, whatever I have actually, at this stage there is no any company in India which is can manufacture the TGA listed Ayurvedic medicines for Australia actually, not yet. Yeah, Government of India Ayush Department is working on that to getting the international GMP. They are keep regulating. Maybe in future, after a couple of years later, it would possible. But at this stage, it's not possible actually. So they get the consultations, advice, lifestyle changes. Because they are expert, they can help them actually, and this is a good thing. They can create at least awareness among the Australian community from the India actually for the about Ayurvedic medicine. But
Yes.
they can also recommend for the some therapy to find the local doctor. So I can recommend to those people who are sending the medicines rather than sending the medicine, they can get the consultation and then they can talk to the local practitioner actually. Hey, you have this medicine. I got a one patient and he's helping need help actually. So could you help? Many every month I'm getting the call from India Ayurvedic doctor. I'm sending the one patient. This is having this blah. Like the problem. Can you help? Yes, I can help, but the only I can help with the my limitations actually. I'm not going over the limitations actually. He
Yes.
said, oh, you can give the Basant Kusmaka Ras. No, I said no, I don't have actually because this is the all other. So many things coming where we have to say no because
Yes.
but whatever you but I can explain them ki look no Basant Kusmakar I don't have but I can compound for them these are the things I can do actually for and then most of the practitioner once they know ki this is the problem and then they said no don't like no send the medicine and even the customer here the patient say no please don't send the medicine to me actually that's good your consultation your advice is highly recommended for me I can follow the like whatever and I can seek with some local Ayurvedic doctor who can help further actually
Yes.
what happened look but still it's not going 100% here actually so what happened most of the time the when the telecommunication telehealth they did actually after that they prescribe the medicine and then send by post actually you know
Mm.
they send by post and most of the time neurological disorder or depression or the people are the having problem because people seeking the help actually so what happened the doctor they did the right kind of help but they send the medicines with the heavy metals which is not a doctor's issue actually the problem issue in the manufacturer issue actually over there in India actually. Mhm.
So I would recommend to all our patients or whomsoever listening is taking care of our own self
Mm.
is putting in a safe hand is our own responsibility.
Yeah, no, that's right.
If something is going wrong, no one is going to take care of your whatever the things happened wrong.
Mm.
Because there are lots of things either medicine doesn't go wrong either treatment doesn't go right or it could any reason will be there so doctors never ever take care of the patient they will stay up behind either it's on Australia or India
Mm.
that is my personal experience I'm sharing with you
No, no, that's
so
all right.
it could be different than yours,
Mm.
but this is just, I'm just sharing that as a patient, we need to take care of ourselves that I'm putting in a right hand.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
all good. So, yeah. Mhm.
So thank you so much, doctor, for giving us such a wonderful time. And we are, this is delighted to have you in our podcast.
No problem.
And whomsoever would like to work with Dr. Santosh, he is working in a southeastern suburb of Melbourne.
Mhm.
If you are surrounding area or even overseas, he would like to take care of each and everyone who is coming as a patient. Wide variety, lots of practitioners working under him, so he can serve you better in that area. So I give all the details of his practice and all other things, social media handles and everything. So please keep in contact and thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you, doctor.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks for
Namaste.
that. Namaste, namaste. Chaliye.